Hello everyone and welcome back to More to the Edge of the Sky, Book 1. Yeah, we are back again. Yes, we are not done with this game yet. As I said before in the last episode, we are on our journey, or in the process of going back through this game, combing through it to do the other guys' route, or try to interact and focus our story to revolve around our interactions with them more. So last episode we did Zero's route. There's a lot of cuts and skips, just so you know, in terms of these episodes going forward. So if you guys need to have a better understanding or see a more coherent full story of the entire game, then I highly recommend you guys check out basically my entire playlist of To the Edge of the Sky. It's very chopped and screwed, starting from right when Operation Phoenix was evolving. So yeah, I did a lot of the other choices already, so please go back and look on those. I'll try to leave certain episode stamps on the screen to better help you guys find those parts. But either way, regardless, I will try to piece together stories involving the guys as much as I can without repeating too much of the same content that we've seen so far, as I did with Zero's route. So last episode, before I kind of went off on a tangent, we did Zero's route. So we did Zero, we tried to focus in more on Zero, and we got to the end where, he and us were the only ones who were taken to Kairos, and the epilogue, or the after credits scene that we had, was basically him feeling super regretful about how he didn't really protect us that well with the whole botched undercover mission with 5 and rescuing 5. So anyways, regardless, we are going to go back in again, and we are going to do 9 this time. 9, I feel like there will be even more cuts, I find, because again, we compared to, I guess, 4 and 0, we have not had that many interactions with him. Aside from that one chapter that kind of almost dedicated entirely a little bit of a section, more of a section to 9, which is asking him personal questions. But again, I've already done all the choices available there when that episode was released, so please go check that out. But in terms of that, I will try my best to put in pieces of to make a coherent episode, but just as a forewarning, it probably is going to be a lot shorter in comparison to what we did for 0. So yeah, so I'm going to fast forward onto this. I'm actually going to pick up right when we get to say goodbye to either 9, 4, or 0 on our first meeting with them on their mission. So let's go there. Okay, yeah, so as I was saying, we get the options here to, when they're finally leaving, we beat the guys that tried to ambush us here in the little church cathedral thing. So we have all these options to say goodbye to either 4, 9, or 0, or let's let them go without a comment. I think that's a new choice, but I feel like it was just progress with the story, kind of it's there as an option to, I believe, when the developer was, I guess, making the story, or disclosing some facts about the story and how it would go, you can either choose a more romantic route or a non-romantic route. So I'm pretty sure this is there for a reason, for that non-romantic route where you're just more story focused kind of thing. But let's just say farewell to 9. Yes, so I hold out my hand to 9, perhaps a little shyly. You're really impressive back there. Yes, you're a really smart guy, huh? Yes, you are. 9 smiles and takes my hand. Some people say that. Really humble and kind too. You seem like a great leader. It was an honor to meet you. Yes, likewise. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. He's so cute. 9, let's go in my hand. Okay, bye 0. Aw, don't look so sad. 9 and 4 turn and start making their way to the church entrance, but 0 immediately doesn't immediately move at first. It's as if he wants to say something else. Yeah. Come on, kid. So 4 calls out. Yeah, okay, so there they go. If I didn't include, I probably didn't include it. Yeah, I didn't include this part where we're saying farewell to 0 in 0's route, but regardless, it kind of played out the same way. For those of you who are curious, he just we kind of I think we put out her hand to shake his hands, and he was like really super surprised and kind of like super shy about it. But then he takes our hand and he shakes it anyways. And then this is when he wants to say something else, and then Ford calls out to him, and then he goes. But anyways, that's it. That's it. Let's go. Let's fast on forward. You're gonna probably see a huge jump here, but I already told you so. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna include a little bit on, again, more interactions with 9, or as much interactions with 9 as I possibly can, even though we've probably already seen this before. Again, you could look back on some of my other episodes, you've already seen that I've chosen all the available choices that we can do. We're here on that day where we're supposed to choose a partner to do the compatibility test. Last time we did 0, now we're gonna do 9, but whatever, we're gonna go on ahead and just choose 9. Because this is about his episode today. Yeah, okay. I tap 9 in the directory and the display goes into call mode, so it rings. Maybe this was a bad idea, and rings. He is the leader after all, I'm sure he's busy, and rings. Oh, hey. Oh, hi, yes, hi, hi. I'm a 7, yes, I have the caller ID. So a chuckle, and then I know. And I called you because Dr. Park just sent me an email. She asked me to take a partner down to the lab for team compatibility testing. Oh, you picked me, thanks. Yeah, so I know you must be busy, but I figure we have to do it at some point anyways. Oh yeah, and I skipped out on the whole conversation we had with him in the lounge in the evening. Again, I already did that choice. I'm so sorry again if I leave things out, because I know I included that part in Zero's route, quote quote. But I'll leave a link just so you guys can see the scene. But we had just a TLDR, we had a conversation. He asked us if we're intimidated by him as a leader, and I said no. Of course not, there's nothing to be scared about of you. And then we just talked about the fleeting beauty of nature and how we're trying to preserve it because of the whole artificial cherry blossoms. They bloom when they're not supposed to, and they remained bloomed throughout the entire year, and that kind of defeats the purpose of oh, they're supposed to be a once in a season kind of thing, but now with technology and people wanting them to stay, they take away the whole point of cherry blossoms and peach blossoms blooming every season, and that's the deep conversation there. Anyways, regardless, that's it. So yeah, so I know you must be busy, but I figure we have to do it at some point anyway. So sure, yeah, I've got time. Okay, when? Now? Yeah. Oh, at 10 a.m. 10? That's soon. I'll try to make it down as soon as I can. Yeah, great. Thanks so much. Yay! So I end the call feeling somewhat socially mortified but pretty accomplished. Partner acquired. Operative 7 on the move. Okay, so I snort at my own thoughts. Okay, yeah, I'm never saying that out loud. Okay, so we go. We definitely, I think, get lost. I think we're gonna get lost either way, so I'm gonna skip out on this. There we go, so 9 finds us, of course. So lost? Yes. I spin around to face the soothing, inquisitive voice behind me. Oh, 9, yes, maybe a little. Yes, 9 gives a little laugh. It used to happen to me all the time. Still does sometimes, yes. Good to know, it's not just me. But how did you know where to find me? So, the map. So I saw where you were on the map. So how did you track me? So the map app seems so janky. So every team and phase can track their own group members. Yes, so just in case we need to find each other quickly. Yes, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. That's my honest and truthful reaction, even though I kind of asked or said all the answers. It seems kind of creepy, but yes, it's kind of useful at the same time, but So especially if someone's in a situation that can't communicate, so I don't know how to feel about this exactly. Undecided for now, I guess, so without anything to say, I just nod. So we'll be late, come on, let's go. So he starts to walk away towards what I assume is the direction of the lab. Not wanting to be left behind, I dash after him. So we quietly walk side by side for a while, up a few floors and through a maze of corridors. So, are you used to these corridors yet? No, they all look the same. Huh? Then I remember our talk. A little, I guess. I still miss being outside. That's only natural. Nine's eyes turn away from me towards somewhere down the hall, and I look too. Yeah, yes. Dr. Park. Yes. 9 and I meet her in the middle of the hallway. She looks at 9 first. Good morning, Operative 9. 9 inclines his head at her polite remark, and her eyes fall upon me. A bit late, aren't you? Well, I'm lost. My stomach sinks. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean... She just got a little lost. That's why I came to find her. Yes, that's right. Sorry. That's a good thing, then. Shall we go to the labs? Yeah. Well, we never really make it. Dr. Park turns on her heel and starts to walk away. 9 walks off after her, and I rush to catch up. That's when a flash of black... Yes. Okay, so we meet Icarus, and then... Okay, so... we can let Nine protect Dr. Parker. Well, I'm just gonna still step forward and protect her. So yes, so yep. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, so in a single stride, Nine is in front of both of us both, holding his hands between us. Holding a hand up between us. Are you alone? So the intruder smirks. My only orders were to take Operative 7 alive. You, on the other hand, I didn't get any specific orders for, but I know Magician would be pleased if I captured someone from a class as rare as yours. So in that moment, the world seems to slow down. Oh yes, Nine's eyes dart to the side toward the tablet Dr. Park is holding. Yeah, the blue wing charges up his weapons. What is he thinking? So in a split second, Nine grabs the tablet as the man pulls the trigger and whacks him with it. Yeah, he throws it at him. He throws the tablet at his face. The intruder ducks out of the way, nearly hitting the wall as he does, but he manages to catch himself just in time. We all watch as the tablet sails through the air. It hits the ground with a dull crack, sailing a few feet before finally stopping at the far end of the hallway. That the best an architect has got? Would nicely asking you to leave work. Well, aren't you a gentleman? Yes, so the man glances back at something at the end of the hallway. You know what? It just might. What? Oh yeah. The intruder throws something at our feet. Yes. We jump away. But nothing happens. And then he's already gone. He's running. He's running down the hallways. Let's chase after him and see. So yes, so I hear my partner's footsteps behind me as I run, but I focus entirely on the intruder. So we chase him, we get stopped by these people, and then yeah, maybe we can see Nine in action a little bit. So I stare at my two opponents. Yes, have no choice. I hear Nine's footsteps come to a sudden halt behind me. Nine and I glance at each other. I give Nine a tiny nod. Stand back. So I mumble quietly, just loud enough for him to hear. Okay, here to guide you if you need me. Yeah, yes, Nine whispers. He takes a few steps behind me, allowing me to put my focus onto the intruders. Yes, come on, 2v1. We got, 2v2 technically, and Nine is supporting me. He's my support, and I'm the ADC. So the two of them rush forward. Yes, so the hostiles almost freeze in place. Why? My eyes dart over to the two, quickly searching for any weaknesses. Unfortunately, they both seem physically healthy, which eliminates any easy hit points. I grin. Fighting physically fit opponents always does bring a nice challenge. With a plan in place, I allow my focus to ease and everything snaps back to reality. As they finally move forward, I duck and rush at them before they can so much as blink. So I, punch her in the face. She tries to punch me and I duck because I'm that good. And then, shit, she's got a gun, she's got a piece, but she gasps suddenly, her movements becoming frantically jerky as her eyes roll back into her head. So I find myself staring at her with wide eyes as she simply slumps down to the floor. What'd you do to her? Nine steps closer, standing near the downed woman. I thought I should help. Oh, thanks. He looks down at the woman with a strange look in his eyes. She'll be fine. She'll just have a headache when she wakes up in a few hours. Cool. I nod at the explanation and look around. That guy's no doubt long gone by now. What should we do? So as if on cue, I hear a gentle click in my ear. Oh yes. The comms come alive and I hear a familiar voice in my ear. So Kairos infiltrated most of the building. It looks like they're coming from the roof. It's Zero! What, from the roof? How's that even possible? Airship looks like. Okay, so yeah. There's no way to know the specifics yet. So Zero, do you have any information for us? Yeah, 4 was shot. He's with Dr. Park now. Yes, he was shot! Oh no, the man who constantly talked about safety and vigilance and so on got shot? What happened? So I don't... unstable, yes. The line goes quiet. Nine and I look at each other. Zero? I try the line again, but only get static in response. So we should head to the roof. Nodding, I quickly mark the nav point for the roof on my ARO. So within moments, we start heading towards the stairs to make our way up there. Cool. Okay, so we find the other members up there already kind of fighting. 3 was in a little bit of a pickle, and we help him out. So I'm gonna just fast on forward to this. Okay, so we choose to not knock out Icarus just because I want to know. I want to see it. It seems to trigger like events or like, you know, the chosen person that we were partnered with to do something. So yeah, so 9 walks past me, standing right in front of Icarus. It's unfortunate, but we will have to postpone any conversation between us until later. 9 pulls out a thin metallic rod and presses it against Icarus' shoulder. Icarus stiffens, his eyes wide as he gasps for air. Yeah, what's that? His eyes roll into the back of his head and he collapses. Sweet dreams, Icarus. With Icarus down and out, the unnamed operative draws attention to himself with a deep sigh. There we go. What is that? What was that, 9? Okay, anyways, whatever. I'm gonna fast on forward. we're not gonna stop until we get to the point where we land and we're deciding between who to go with in terms of teams, either the emissary or the the combat team, whatever the hell that was. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna skip on to there. Yes, so here we are. We're between the emissary unit and the infiltration unit. So we're gonna go with the emissary unit because that's with 9. So we're gonna do that. So I think we'll go to the emissary unit then. So 9 nods with a little smile. So welcome to the team. Yes. So 3 gives us a little absent nod as he's already busy going through some data on his tablet. Wait, didn't he break it? Does he carry more than one? Yes, he does. So let's have a lot of fun together. Sure? Yes. Okay, so we all head inside. Oh my god, okay, so we skipped a lot of shit. Okay, oh my god, it's been a while. It's actually been a while. And I actually had to, like, low-key go back a couple of times because I thought I had screwed up. But anyways, what I noticed is that we went through all the events of, like, that mission with 6 and 4. And we did the whole coup d'etat back to our headquarters, reclaiming our headquarters after it was taken over by Kairos. So we had to, like, you know, do the whole sneak into it with 5 and then like 4 is like sniping up on the rooftop and stuff like that. So we didn't get much of an interaction there with 9, surprisingly, and also we didn't get into any interaction or options to bring 9 along in terms of meeting up with our brother and Temperance, yeah, at the bar when they were talking. So I'm just like, is it just me or is that not even an option? So I had to go back a couple of times just to make sure. Like, I tried my dangest. Like, I tried to like minimize my like interaction with any other characters, and it just didn't work. So we never had the option. Anyways, regardless, we are here. We just got cleared, the all clear to go ahead with our, like, you know, we're back on missions again after passing the test. In which we saw 10 totally just like kill off Magician. So we're back in our room and we look through our emails. This is where we're looking through our emails and we see all these other, like, you know, people sent us emails just to check up on us, and we decide to, of course, you know, check up on or read up on someone who we don't know that well, and this is 9, 6, and 3 was our option, so we get 9. Let's see what 9 says. So I searched for 9's name, but I don't see any messages from him. Aww. I sigh, wishing that I could get to know him better already. But out of everyone, I've been able to spend the least time with him. Yes, exactly. Instead, I see a message from 6. No! He's a busy man. I'm pretty sure he's a busy man. Anyways, regardless, there's that. So I'm gonna skip on ahead, and we're gonna get the talk with 9 on the rooftop. Anyways, again, the whole episode, the update where we had this scene, I did every choice there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do like one choice there just to keep a coherent episode of story arc with 9 going on. So yeah, we're gonna go there. Okay, there we go. So 9, we get a knock on the door. We hear where is it? Where's our log? Okay, there we go. So yeah, so an unexpected voice muffled by the noise-canceling door filters through. So 7, it's me. 9, can I come in? So my mind goes on full freak out mode. Freak on. Get your freak on. That's what 9 does. Okay. Freak out mode. 9, why is he here? Yes, and why didn't he just use the intercom? Maybe he forgot it was there? As I begin to spaz out, I realize that I'm just leaving the leader of Phantom Alpha out in the hallway. Yes, I scramble to get up and push the button to open the door. Hello! So 9 looms over me with a smile. I give a nervous one in return and move to get out of the way. Come in! Yes, come in. 9 nods and steps inside my room as the door closes automatically behind him. So he looks around curiously before focusing on me. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Yes, so actually I wanted to ask you if you'd like to come to the roof with me. So the roof, yes. So sorry, I'm not supposed to leave my room. Well, do you want to? Huh? Do you want to leave? Yes. Well, if you want to, then it's an order. An order? Yes. So you're not going to disobey an order from your superior officer, are you? Of course not, yes. So 9 turns and opens the door. Then let's go. So I gratefully follow him out of the room that had become my prison, trying not to skip out of pure happiness. The outside world! Yay! So when we get up to the rooftop, 9 walks to the railing leaning on it. I follow his lead, looking over the railing at the city below. I breathe in the air gratefully, just glad to be outside again. So yes, 9, sir, thank you. That's so formal, sir. That's unnecessary. All I did was help a member of my team. That's what I'm supposed to do. And lately I haven't been doing the best job of things. Well, what do you mean? In the past few weeks, 4 got hurt and so did you. Failed missions, they affect the entire team, and ultimately a member of my team fails, it meant it was my fault. And you and 4 were punished for it. So this is the least I can do. I start to open my mouth to argue with Nine, but he quickly changes the subject. Please tell me how you've been doing. You've had it the hardest of all of us, being so new and thrown into so many difficult situations so fast. I want to lend an ear and try to help quell any of the confusion you might be having. Well, yes. Now that I've actually been given the chance to talk to someone, all of a sudden I feel awkward about it. How am I supposed to just blurt out the doubts I've been having to the leader of the entire team? Please trust in me. I hope you can relax and be honest with me. I know I haven't been doing that well in communication with you and communicating with you, but I want to make up for that. So I hope you'll give me a chance to help. If you don't know where to start, the beginning is always good. Yes, so how have you been since we spoke before the Kairos invasion? Hearing the pleading in Nines' gentle voice, I feel something hard soften within me. Under Nines' calming presence, I slowly begin to tell him how I've been feeling. How terrible I felt about 5, my uneasiness with 8, how much I want to help 0, how miserable I felt about failing 4, how scared I was when I got stabbed, and even though I don't mean to, I end up mentioning Nish. So how he contacted me on the roof with 4, and how I've been thrown into confusion ever since. And then when I met up with him, the confusion got worse. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I met up with him. Oops. I realized it's too late that what I've just said, so I frantically think about how to fix what I just said. So can you backspace words? No, I wish you could have in real life. But Nine just smiles at me. So you met with Nish. So I wince. Is he going to call me a traitor? What's going to happen to me? He's chill at it, yes. So how'd that go? Confused, I hesitate to continue. 7, you don't have to be afraid. Meeting with a member of Kairos isn't going to get you thrown in a containment cell. Well, I'm not certain what you're thinking, but FaZe isn't like that. Are you sure about that? You were just meeting up with your brother who you haven't seen in a while, right? Yes. I decided not to mention Temperance at least. I definitely don't want to explain why I was hanging out with a Kairos leader. So how'd it go? It was confusing. Nish said a lot of things that don't make sense. I'm afraid Kairos has brainwashed him. So that is difficult to say the least. Does Kairos brainwash people? I mean, is that something they do? Well, there's evidence that they might. So the way they gain supporters and influence, it's unlike anything we've ever seen. I see. So knowing that I have even more reason to doubt Nish's words, I lapsed into silence. He said it was confusing. Did what he said shake your faith in your path any? With the recent events all happening so soon after your joining, I could understand that. I hesitate once again to answer, not wanting to sound like a traitor. But Nines' beautiful eyes and kind smile relaxes me. He feels safe. A little. I mean, it isn't what he just said, but being a FaZe operative is harder than I could have imagined. And I've made so many mistakes. Every time I think I'm doing the right thing, that I made the right decision, something happens and suddenly I'm not sure anymore. I don't even know if there is a way back from my decision. 9 sighs. The only way forward now is through. You've made a commitment, and whatever that leads to is something you have to find out for yourself. Still, maybe it'd help if you could hear from someone who's been at FaZe longer. Is there anything in particular about life at FaZe or being an operative that's bothering you? Yes. I think, yeah, again, I'm just gonna go with this because we've done all the options. I'm just gonna do that one. Dr. Park, because she's shady. Dr. Park, she isn't very popular around FaZe either. Then you know why? It's about her experiments, right? Yeah, about 4 and 0. The thing I've heard are concerning. She hasn't treated me all that much better either, though she did save my life, I guess. I can't speak to everything, but I can say that Dr. Park is a brilliant scientist. She's one of the best in the world, if not the best. Her specialty is augmentations, and she's tasked with coming up with new and better performing ones. Dr. Park's career is young, but she's already influenced the field of human augmentations in huge ways. She has a responsibility to keep the top operatives fitted with cutting-edge technology, and she has to make sure they're able to function with them safely, especially on the battlefield. The AUGs have to be reliable, safe, and functional enough for the operatives to do their jobs effectively, yet stay ahead of our enemies who have experimental technology of their own. I can only imagine the pressure she's under. That might be why she appears a bit cold at times as well. I see, I had no idea. I mean, I knew she was responsible for that, but not to that extent. It's ultimately her job to keep us safe and healthy, and you're right, she did save you. I hope you're able to come to trust her more in time. Did you have any other questions for me? No, well, One immediately comes to mind. I guess this is kind of heavy, so I'm not sure how to phrase it. I'm good with heavy, so what is it? What is it? So it's about your role. Being Phantom Alpha's leader. What about it? So how do you feel about it? I mean, I have this much trouble just being part of the team. I can't imagine leading it. Oh, Nine looks away, contemplating my question. Several moments pass. I'm starting to regret asking when he finally answers. Conflicted? Nine nods to himself. Yeah, conflicted. I can imagine, but why? I can't really say all of it, but this job requires a lot of sacrifices. Being a leader of any team requires an immense amount of sacrifices. Most people can't imagine the silent burdens leaders must suffer. Yeah. Not even the team itself will know all of them. In that way, it's also a very lonely job. Nine himself looks like a portrait of the very loneliness he speaks, that I want to do something. I want to hug him, but I'm not sure that'd be alright. He's such a kind person, I want to see him smile again. Are there any positive sides of being a leader? Yeah, not many, but I do have an opportunity to do things the way I believe is best. It's in that way that I can help others, by using my abilities to help guide them. Everyone is born with the potential to give back something unique to this world, but only a few can be a leader. Those who actively seek to lead for the control it gives them are never the ones meant to be leaders. Right. For me, I only want to help others in whatever way I can. With great power comes great responsibility, yes. And that's a heavy burden that I'm not sure if I... Nine trails off, pausing for a moment before continuing. Anyway, the irony of my reluctance is that it might mean that I'm one of the few actually suited to be a leader. I see, I think I understand. I was groomed to be a leader myself once, yes, so really, of your clan. Nine's eyes sparkle with fascination. Fascinating? Yes, it was determined since my brother and I were born, on the night the stars fell. The meteor shower almost 30 years ago. Yes, the clan believed it was a divine sign, so we were both trained to be the clan leader. Nish, I didn't even know what he was doing. He never really enjoyed our lessons anyway, but I looked forward to it, but now I think I would have just messed up, like I did here. They're better off without me. Nah, being a leader doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. In fact, if you're not making any mistakes, it means you're not taking any risk. If you don't take risks that make mistakes and learn from them, you'll never grow. Yeah, Miss Frizzle. Yeah, come through. Just like a child has to fall many times before they learn to walk. So we must continue to do so if we want to grow. Nine's wise words strikes a place deep inside me, one that I had long forgotten. You sound like my regent. I need to remember the lessons you taught me as a child. It's funny how the basic childhood ones ring even truer as an adult. But a regent? Does that mean you're a princess? Nah. I stare at Nine wide-eyed for a moment before bursting into laughter. The absolute wonder in his voice made it clear that he was serious, but when I look back up, he looks at me wide-eyed, which sends me into another fit. I slap my thigh and wipe my eyes as I try to get my mirth under control. I'm sorry, I just never thought of myself as a princess type. Was your regent not leading your people in your stead? Nine looks so embarrassed that I tried to smooth it over quickly. I was to be the leader of my nation, so call it what you will. An unexpected gleam shines in his eyes. It's so brief I'm not quite sure I saw it, but it looked 100% shockingly devilish, yes. He gives a deep bow, dumbfounding me. As you wish, princess. So, did he just... I opened my mouth to protest, but Nine quickly changes the subject. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? No. It can be hard for me to find time to get away, so I wanted to make sure we talk about anything you're wondering now. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's ask some personal questions. Yeah, well, can I ask you something personal? Personal questions? Nine smiles. It'll depend on what it is, but sure. You can ask. Well, we already asked all of them, so, what do you do to your free time? So, I stretch my arms above my head. The outside air feels especially good on my skin today. What do you do to chill? Nine looks at me, seemingly thrown off. Chill? Yes. Yeah, relaxing, time off work. Nine's face looked just as blank as it did at first, but a moment later he seems to recover. Oh, that. Yes, that. You do get that, right? Time off? Well, yes. I mean, sometimes. It's important, I know. As Nine shifts from foot to foot, I feel very doubtful of his words. When's the last time you went out to the city? I don't remember. Oh boy, Mr. Leader, you are aware that stress kills, aren't you? Nine gives me a bittersweet smile. Extremely aware. I merely stare at him. Hey, in my defense, I do visit relaxation areas within the building quite often, like the garden. I also read when I can stay awake long enough to. It's great you're trying to relax at least, but can't you get at least a little time off for fun? For fun, yes. Yes, that marvelous thing called enjoying life. Seeing Nine's blank face again, I shake my head. We've absolutely got to get you out of here for a day. I'll ask one of the other guys where some good spots are, and we'll have some fun. You just work on getting that time off to do so, and we'll make it happen. No backing out either. I'm known for my stubbornness back home, and I'm not letting this go. Nine looks surprised, but after a second he smiles. Looks like I don't have a choice. I'll try to find some time. Do or do not. There's no try. Yoda, yes, I am suddenly Yoda. Nine salutes at me. Yes, ma'am. I'll find some time. Soon. Okay, soon. Yes. Nine pulls away from the railing, standing up straight. I hope I helped clear things up a little. Yes, thank you for telling me all this. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to talk to you earlier. Talking in text didn't seem like enough, so I wanted to wait until I could see you. Alright, that's I guess that explains why we didn't see a little email from him, huh? Oh, it's okay. I really appreciate that you're here now. And yes, one of the other guys tried to cheer me up, so I could swear I see something flash in Nine's eye. He sounds genuinely interested when he speaks this. So really, who was it? So 6. I know, 6. It's the other guy. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna. Well, he has always done his best to take care of us all. So I can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, he's really a nice guy. So I can feel it can feel hard to get closer to him though. So yeah, I've noticed that too. So if you want my tip, avoid asking him about the past. So he's a guy who enjoys his job, and unlike me, he's very active in Olympia. Those should be all good topics to get him talking. Thanks for the tips, but is there a reason you're telling me all this? I just thought it'd be great if 6 had someone who he could confide into. Aw, I hope you continue to help each other and get closer. I take a deep breath, turning my attention to the sky in front of me. But what if I want to get closer to you, Nine? Why won't you let me have that option? The sun is almost gone. Yeah, so back home in this used to... Yeah. So this is when he invites us to the meeting. I hope we can get more options to interact with him and that we get an epilogue scene and I don't mess up. God, it would suck if I do. Okay, so I have something. I don't know if... Please let this be 9. It'd be super awkward if it wasn't. Anyways, this is our epilogue scene. I skipped on through the whole coup d'etat botch mission trying to save 5 from getting stabbed to death, and then we wake up near death in the Kairos building afterwards. So there's that. So we skipped out on that. Okay, so let's see where this is going. So we're in an office. What is this? So I look up from my computer at the loud banging at my door. Is this 9? You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but not at all. It quickly stops just as it started. So, oh, not to worry, 9. Yes, it's 9! Yes! Not to worry, 9. 10 took care of it this time. Okay, so thank you. So is he holed up in his office? Just like as a defense? So it's still hard to believe that 10 is out there protecting me. But it's probably arrogant to think that. Knowing 10, they weren't lying when they said they were just here because this is where the action is at. So I sigh thinking about how ridiculous it is that I and others have become wanted men within our own organization. So I've been in this room for so many hours, so that I'm starting to go a little stir crazy. Oh man, even 7 got to go out more than this, although I guess 4 can't. Yeah, poor 4! Can someone get 4 out? I stopped typing and leaned back, my mind drifting to happier thoughts. Oh yes, 7. Finding her in the wasteland was like finding a diamond in the rough. Oh, stop! Her skills were unprecedented to stumble upon. Yes, and not only was she beautiful, stop! But her heart was just as much so. There was no telling what she thought of me now, though, after the order I gave. Oh yeah, no, I still respect and love you, 9. Don't worry, I sigh. No, that wasn't what mattered most right now. More than anything, I just hope she's alright. And when I see her again, I hope that we're still on the same side. Well, please forgive me. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What is this all about? What is happening? Okay, there we go. So, again, guys, I'm gonna see it for myself in time. I know this is gonna be edited to hell, and we're gonna get a super short episode, but I just don't want to clump things together if I can so help it, just to kind of keep things organized. Yeah, so you're gonna probably get a couple episodes that are way shorter than per usual than what I do, only because, again, I've done a lot of the choices already, and I just don't want to repeat it here, just to have you guys sit through, and you're just like, oh, we already seen this before. Why are you doing this once again. So yeah, again, I'll leave you guys links on the screens around certain points just to help you guys. If you guys want to see those choices, it'll be there for you, so you don't have to necessarily go searching through. But yeah, there we go. So that's 9. That's success. 9's little route there. We didn't get much interaction with him just because he's a one very busy man, I'm sure. And secondly, like we never really got to go on missions with him, other aside from the ones that when we first met and when the whole Kairos invasion happened. So yeah, there we go. So next up on the list for the whole journey or process would probably be with 6. I want to say 6, tentatively 6, because we did go, because aside from 4, again, we did go on a mission with him outside of the whole Kairos invasion. So at least that gives a little bit more of an opportunity to kind of interact with him, even though again I did a lot of his choices already in that one update. I think it was like chapter 3, I think it was. Yeah, chapter 3. I can't remember. Anyways, regardless, 6 is probably going to be up on my list. Next time you guys see an episode of To the Edge of the Sky, we're going to see his little epilogue, and we're going to get to see a little bit more on his little like story progression with him in book 1, sort of, kind of. But yeah, tune in next time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you in my other Let's Play. But for now, bye!